Tung 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 tung. Perhatian, Bobby Chris ngobrol segera dimulai. Siapkan diri kamu untuk menerima informasi edukatif yang asik dari Bobby dan Chris. Cari posisi dan kondisi yang senyaman mungkin untuk mendengarkan episode kali ini. Selamat mendengarkan. Dung 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 dung.
Selamat datang di Bobbypedia Bedtime Story. Segmen khusus Bobby akan ngobrol lebih banyak sama Sobat Boci sambil belajar bahasa Inggris bareng-bareng. Segmen ini biasanya muncul di setiap minggu pertama tiap bulan, tapi karena mundur seminggu karena di episode kali ini khusus Bobby dan Chris mau umumin sesuatu yang spesial banget. Nah, ada dua hal yang mau di-announce ke Sobat Boci. Aku sampaikan yang pertama ya, Bobby nanti yang kedua.
Oh ya, yang kedua itu yang mana ya? Yang special guest itu ya?
Ya, yang itu aja. Aku yang pertama.
Oke.
Yang pertama sebenarnya ini sudah rilis dari beberapa hari lalu sebenarnya, tapi belum resmi nih dibilang di podcastnya. Jadi aku coba-coba buat workbook digital gitu lah ya buat episode Bocin. Nah, workbook ini semacam latihan gitu, atau lebih tepatnya bahan perenungan kali ya ketika dengerin episode Bocin. Nah, jadi untuk yang kali pertama ini workbooknya aku ambil dari beberapa episode yang cukup terkenal, cukup ngehits lah itu. Jadi ada tentang mengatasi depresi, tentang insecure, dan menjaga passion. Jadi 3 itu aku coba untuk buat workbook digitalnya, bisa diisi juga langsung di PDF-nya, atau mau coba tulis tangan juga boleh. Itu bisa jadi template gitu ya. Nah, kedepannya sih aku berharap akan buat hal-hal seperti ini ya. Aku buat juga workbook untuk bedtime story, lalu juga untuk sajak Chris, lain-lain juga gitu. Jadi biar experience atau pengalaman dan manfaatnya itu lebih banyak gitu, lebih gede gitu. Nah, Sobat Boci yang penasaran dengan yang tentang yang 3 topik tadi, itu bisa coba klik aja linknya di deskripsi. Itu perlu register, Sobat Boci tinggal masukkan email saja sama password. Habis itu nanti workbooknya akan dikirim Sobat Boci lewat email juga.
Pengumuman yang kedua ini Bobby ya yang sampaikan ya. Nah, mulai bulan depan, khususnya di akhir tiap bulan, jadi minggu terakhir, Bobby akan kedatangan tamu yang bakal ikut ngobrol sama Bobby nih. Jadi ini bukan collab ya, tapi adalah tamu khusus gitu. Nanti ditunggu aja. Nah, kita akan ngomong setiap akhir bulan. Segmen mentok yang harusnya di minggu terakhir itu kan nanti mirip-mirip sama Omi kan ya harusnya. Nah, itu akan digabung sama Omi gitu. Jadi akan muncul cuma di segmen minggu kedua. Nah, minggu keempatnya diganti sama segmen baru ini. Nah, yo, ada yang bisa tebak nggak kira-kira nih siapa yang ngomong bareng sama Bobby? Stay tune terus di Pocin ya. Ditunggu launching perdananya nanti di akhir bulan Juli. Nanti Bobby dan Chris juga kasih tahu lagi kok.
Oke, pengumumannya itu aja, spesial cuma 2 itu. Sekarang balik lagi ke temannya Bobby Bedtime Story.
Ini kan tanggal 16 Juni itu berkaitan Hari Ayah Sedunia ya. Bobby akan membacakan cerita seputar ayah gitu. Nah, karena ini episode spesial juga, ceritanya juga ada 2 di episode kali ini. Yeay! Judulnya cuma 1 sih, yaitu Talking is like a Ketchup Story About Father dari Wakra Mizats di Vokal.media. Nah, ini ceritanya ada 2 tapi saling berkaitan. Oke, gak usah pakai lama, selamat mendengarkan. Talking is like a ketchup, story about father. Once upon a time, in a small, cozy kitchen, there lived a father named James and his young daughter, Lily. James was known in their family for his wisdom and the special way he related life's lessons to simple, everyday things. One Sunday afternoon, as they prepared lunch together, James decided to share a story with Lily about how talking was like ketchup. Lily watched curiously as her father began to explain. "You see, Lily," James said, holding up a bottle of ketchup. "Communication is a lot like this condiment. Imagine this ketchup bottle is our hearts, and the words we say are like the ketchup inside." Lily blinked, trying to make sense of her father's analogy. James continued, "Sometimes our hearts are full of thoughts and feelings, just like this bottle is full of ketchup. But if we keep them inside and never share them with others, it's like keeping this bottle unopened. No one can taste the ketchup's deliciousness, just as no one can understand what's in your heart if you don't express yourself. Lily nodded in understanding, starting to see the connection. But, James went on, here's the thing about ketchup and talking. When we open up and share what is in our hearts, it's like pouring ketchup onto our favorite foods. Suddenly, everything becomes tastier and more enjoyable. Just as our relationships become stronger and more meaningful when we communicate openly. Lily smiled, realizing the importance of sharing thoughts and feelings with her father and others. But James continued with a twinkle in his eye. Just as you don't want to pour too much ketchup all at once, it is also important to choose your words carefully. Use them to enhance the flavor of your conversations, not overwhelm them. Like a little ketchup can make a meal perfect, a few well-chosen words can convey your message effectively. Lily nodded again, absorbing her father's wisdom. So, my dear, James concluded, remember that talking is like ketchup. Don't keep your thoughts and feelings bottled up. Share them with those you care about and do so thoughtfully and in moderation. Your words have the power to bring flavor and depth to your relationships, just as ketchup makes our meals better. Lily embraced her father in a warm hug, grateful for the valuable lesson he had shared with her. From that day on, she understood that communication was indeed like ketchup, and she vowed to use her words wisely and share her heart with those she loved. Once upon a time, in a small, picturesque town, there lived a man named Thomas, who had a peculiar way of relating to his son, Daniel. Thomas was an old-fashioned man who believed that talking about feelings was like squeezing ketchup out of a bottle, slow, tedious, and often frustrating. He had grown up in a family where emotions were seldom discussed, and he had carried this tradition into his own life. Daniel, on the other hand, was a bright and expressive young boy. He wore his emotions on his sleeve, eager to share his thoughts, dreams, and fears with anyone who would listen. He approached life with a sense of wonder and curiosity, always asking questions and seeking to understand the world around him. One Sunday afternoon, as they sat together in the backyard, Daniel turned to his father and asked, "Dad, why don't you ever talk about your feelings? I feel like I don't know you sometimes." Thomas, uncomfortable with the question, shifted in his chair and replied, "Well, Danny, I'm just not used to talking about those things. It's not something my family did when I was growing up." Daniel, undeterred, persisted. "But Dad, I want to know you better. I want to know what makes you happy, what makes you sad, and what you dream about. Can we try to talk more openly, like friends do?" Thomas hesitated for a moment, then smiled at his son's earnestness. He realized that perhaps it was time to break free from the old habits that had kept him emotionally distant. He said, "You know what, Danny? You're right. Maybe it's time for me to change my ways." And so, Thomas and Daniel began their journey of opening up to each other. They started with simple conversations about their favorite books, movies, and hobbies. Gradually, they delved into deeper topics, discussed their hopes, fears, and dreams. As the days turned into weeks, the bond between father and son grew stronger. Thomas Thomas discovered the joy of sharing his thoughts and feelings, and Daniel realized the opportunity to learn from his father's experiences. They found that talking, like ketchup, could add flavor and richness to their relationship. Years passed, and as Daniel grew into a young man, he cherished the profound connection he had with his father. They had become not just fathers and son, but also confidants and friends who shared their lives openly and honestly. In their small, picturesque town, Thomas and Daniel showed the power of breaking free from old traditions and embracing the beauty of open communication. They proved that talking about feelings, like ketchup, could indeed make life more flavorful and fulfilling. Ya memang dibandingkan ayah sama ibu, ayah sering itu ya dinomorduakan perannya sebagai orang tua. Ya meski Bobby ini tidak punya ibu, sedih ya. Tapi Bobby percaya peran ayah juga tidak kalah penting loh. Seperti cerita tadi, bahwa ayah itu memberikan pengertian dan mengajari anak-anaknya. Meski ada juga tipe yang kaku ayahnya ya, jarang bicara sama anak. Tapi seperti cerita Daniel dan Thomas tadi, komunikasinya bisa diubah dan diperbaiki. Bobby akan membacakan beberapa kosakata sulit di cerita tadi beserta artinya. Dengarkan baik-baik ya. Untuk cerita pertama, ada cozy, yaitu kata sifat, artinya nyaman. Wisdom adalah kata benda, berarti kebijaksanaan. Kondimen juga sama, kata benda, artinya bumbu-bumbu dapur. Di cerita pertama tadi itu kayak saus tomat itu masuk bumbu ya. Lalu twinkle adalah kata benda, artinya bersinar. Absorbing adalah kata kerja bentuk ing, berarti menyerap atau mengerti di konteks cerita tadi. Lalu bottle up, ini bentuk phrasal verb ya, atau sebuah ungkapan artinya memendam. In moderation, kata benda juga berarti secukupnya. Nah, di cerita yang kedua, picturesque adalah kata sifat. Nah, itu sama dengan beautiful ya, yaitu indah. Selanjutnya ada banyak kata sifat di sini, mulai dari peculiar, artinya aneh, old fashion, berarti kuno, tedious, artinya membosankan. Squeezing adalah kata kerja bentuk ing, berarti menekan seperti kayak Sobat Boci punya pasta gigi itu ya, yang mau ditekan, kalau mau habis ditekan, kayak gitulah. Ada sebuah ungkapan baru lagi di sini, yaitu wore his emotion on his sleeve. Berarti di cerita Daniel tadi menunjukkan emosinya dengan jelas. Shifted adalah kata kerja bentuk lampau, berarti bergeser. Kemudian undeterred adalah kata sifat, artinya tidak terpengaruh. Dan persisted adalah kata kerja bentuk lampau, berarti bersikeras atau berketetapan gitu ya. Hesitated adalah kata kerja bentuk lampau juga, artinya ragu. Lalu earnestness adalah kata benda, artinya kesungguh-sungguhan. Relish adalah kata kerja bentuk lampau, sama seperti enjoy, yaitu menikmati. Profound adalah kata sifat, berarti mendalam. Dan terakhir, embracing artinya merangkul atau percaya di sini. Nah, gimana menurut Sobat Boci soal cerita tadi? Tulis pendapat Sobat Boci di kolom komentar ya, biar bisa jadi lebih baik lagi. Tulis pendapat Sobat Boci di kolom komentar ya, biar bisa jadi lebih baik lagi. Pesan dari cerita tadi, kalau Sobat Boci punya ayah ya dihargai dan dihormati selama hidup. Karena kalau sudah tidak hidup, yang meninggal maksudnya ya tidak bisa dihargai lagi. Hanya bisanya cuma diingat-ingat aja jasa-jasa baiknya. Nah, pastikan kamu lebih baik dari kemarin.